And welcome back, everybody, once again to the Blocknauts server. I'm Yum Bunnies, and it's been a little while again. I swear, I say this every time, don't I? This time I'm gonna be more regular with my uploads. Well, it's a little bit out of my control this time. We were running on the snapshot, and so then it started glitching out for us, I guess. There was chunks were having problems. There was corrupted chunks or something. So we ended up having to do a rollback, which kind of set me back like a weekend's worth of progress, I guess you could say. And so I kind of had to just do everything that I was doing over again, which is namely that building. We go see it. And I'd kind of wanted to get that done before I started recording again. Or before I recorded my next episode, at least, and so that just kind of set me back. And then I was going to I still need to clean this all up, but then I was going to record this past weekend, but I ended up going to Nashville, Tennessee, to visit one of my friends from college. So once again, I got kind of delayed. And then actually, take that back, then there was another thing, which was I recorded an entire episode yesterday and went to start editing it and realized that somehow my mic wasn't working. I don't know how, because I was like in Skype calls all day and that was fine, but somehow it just didn't, the recording software didn't pick it up. I don't really get it. But anyway, so this is a tree farm, as you can probably tell. I just really wanted to build something. I've been building all these little houses, which are great, but I wanted to build something kind of huge, and tree farm is a perfect candidate for that. I like how it turned out. It's obviously not quite finished. I mean, come on, it's me. When do I finish things? Like, look at the inside of this. But so yeah, so that's that. That was just kind of a project I wanted to do off camera. What I did want to do on camera was over here. If we come across this way, was these two towers, and I did these, and that was then also supposed to be on camera, but it just didn't work out that way. So these are sort of two like airship docks, as you can tell. This whole steampunky theme is great, but I hadn't really done anything that was actually like steampunky. So here we go. And once again, building a couple buildings that are not. I know some of you were, maybe thought that I was getting a little too repetitive with all these builds. So here we go, a little bit of different style, but you can see there's similarities to it. It still fits in with the theme. The roof obviously is different. Did I just punch you? It's different, but it's the same materials. It fits in with the theme, and that's the same thing with the tree farm over here. It's differently shaped, but the materials still fit in, everything like that. So yeah, and of course the interiors are not done with this. I know that in his last video, Demo was saying he was going to set up a interior design shop at Spawn, and oh man, I will strip mine for like days on end and give him all the diamonds in the world if it means he can do the inside of my buildings, because that is just something I am not good at. As you can see, this was the first, I guess the second. I think I built that windmill first, and then I built this, and as you can see, it is still not done. That's just how I am. I don't know. I build these. I like dealing with the outside, and then just never bother finishing it. So anyway, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do today. We might we go up and look at this. Let me know also what you think about it in terms of the. Let's go over here by the iron farm and take a look at it. In terms of the size, the proportions of the the balloon, I guess you call it, because that's something, I've never done anything like this before. I've never even built I guess I did build a boat one time back in a single player world, like a long time ago, but have not done one in a long time. So, and definitely not a flying boat. So let me know what y'all think about the proportions there and everything like that. I guess I'm happy with the way it turned out. I don't know. Well, it obviously needs a lot of like detailing work, and it'll be hard to tell until we get to that point. Come on, yes, look at that. So we can, if we go up here, check it out. So obviously, I need to connect the balloon to this and so on, and do some decorations. But there we have it. And I don't know. I'm gonna figure out what I want to do today. Make sure my mic's working again in terms of the actual recording, and then we'll be back and do something fun. Build something fun. All right, see ya. Okay, so we're back. I figured out what I want to do today, which is build another one of these like smaller scale houses. Most of the ones I've built over here are these sort of massive size, which is great. I think they look good personally, but there's some problems that go along with it, which are, I guess, some of them are they take a really long ass time to build, and take a lot of materials, and they take up a lot of space too. And I laid out these streets already, and I do like the layout of these streets, and given where the mountain is and stuff, I'm kind of got to stick with it. But so then you get these spaces like where this house was, and there's not enough room for one of these. But I do want this to feel like a busy city in here, not like I don't want to just put trees everywhere and stuff. So, I've started popping these down. They're much quicker to build. The other thing these do is, if you look at their foundation, they stick out so far, which is part of the look and all that. But it means if you have two of them next to each other, you tend to have a big space in between. Which again, if I'm trying to make this feel like a bustling city, which I am, then it doesn't necessarily lend itself to that too well, because you got to find stuff to put in between. The houses, all of these houses have, I guess technically those are connected, but still, they've all got stuff in between, and they're still almost touching at the roof. So, with these ones, they don't overhang so much. You just need a couple blocks space. They're smaller, they fit in, they're easier to build. The only downside with them that I don't like is that I don't have them anywhere else. There's going to be 4 of them right in a row, right here, and that's it. And I kind of wish they're mixed in a little better, but I just really can't. I really don't have the room. Maybe here I might be able to. We'll see. But anyway, we're gonna do the one over here right now, and I figure I'll just try to do some building on camera for a change. I know, it's something I really wish that I was much better at, but I just really am not. Okay, so we're gonna extend this out one more block like so, and we're gonna be using just the plain oak wood with the stone bricks here. But so while I'm doing this, I figured let me look at this one real quick for reference. I figured I'd talk to y'all a little bit about where I was this weekend and all that. So I went down to Nashville, obviously, visiting one of my best friends from college. I've roomed with him for 2 years, or 3 years actually. He lives down there, so we went down. He's living in a house with 5 other dudes. It's not right in the city. It's a little bit out in the country, so they've got like a bunch of land and stuff. It's really awesome. And so, it was a good time. One of my other buddies who lives in New York, was down for the weekend. His girlfriend lives in Nashville, so he was down visiting her, and so we just really had a good time. Nashville is obviously like sort of famous for being like the capital of the country music industry, and personally I love country music. I'm a big fan, but obviously people tend to either love it or hate it. I've found, but what I would say is, if you get a chance to go to Nashville, whether you love it or hate it, the country music, you gotta go anyway. They have all these bars in downtown Nashville that are I guess they're honky tonks or whatever, and every bar has a live band. The first one we went to actually had a live band on each floor of the bar. There was 3 floors, and they all had a different band, and it was just really awesome. I mean, even if you don't like country music, when you see it played live like that, the energy and the crowd just going, I don't know, it's just really cool when you're in like there's maybe 200 people in the bar and everybody's singing along and going crazy, and they're just really good musicians too. They don't always play just country music. Like the one we were at, the guy played a Hanson song. He was playing AC/DC, all that kind of stuff, and it's just they're really talented. It's a really cool experience, and I mean, live music in general is always pretty awesome. So if you ever get a chance, even if you're not a big fan, I would say check it out. Give it a shot, because the experience, it's kind of like more than the music. You know what I mean? So I guess that's what we're looking for, the base of this house here, and but now see, I like having like these little detailing stuff on the outside. This one isn't big enough. We don't have room to put an actual hanging off piece there. But you know what? I'm gonna do the roof first, and then we can worry about detailing. So while I'm going over here to get this, I mean, it was. I just had a lot of fun. We went out to dinner with a bunch of his friends, and obviously my friend and his girlfriend, and so one of his buddies, I don't know what happened. He must have forgot his wallet or something, but the other guy picked up his tab at the bar, or for dinner, sorry. And as punishment for having to do that, he made him take off his shirt. Keep in mind, we are, in the downtown Nashville area. So he had to take off his shirt for the walk to the bar. It was also about like 20 degrees that night, so that couldn't have been fun. It was freezing. They gave him a big 5-star, slapped him right in the back. It looked like the most painful thing in the world. It was just given how cold it was, really. And then for the whole night, he had to go around. They found a Sharpie somewhere, and he just, like, if a girl wanted to write on his chest or back, he had to let her. So he was having these girls draw penises on him and write stuff on his back and everything. It was pretty hilarious. He saw him the next morning, and he was just covered in, his entire torso was just covered in inappropriate Sharpie drawings and things. It was a pretty good experience. For us, obviously, pretty funny, pretty wild, and so it was just a fun little weekend, and I'll go ahead and do this roof off camera, but we'll check back in a minute. I might do some of that off camera too, detailing there. We'll see. Yeah, I really did a lot of complex building, huh? Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a minute. All right, well, we finished it. I put the roof on, put these little detailings on the side. I think it's okay. It's not great, it's not the best house I've made, but it does exactly what it's supposed to do, which is just fill the space between, these two towers and this thing. So In that regard, great success. I need to put the windows and the door on. I'm hoping at some point the villagers will start moving over here. I don't really know what constitutes a actual like village house like they'll move into, but I'm hoping these will work because right now I've got a bunch of villagers and they only go in like 3 buildings over there. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I think this is starting to look like a respectable. Hey, get out of here! That's why I got all the iron golems running around, in case you're wondering, because these guys come in from way downtown. Oh, helmet! What do we got? Unbreaking 2, great. So yeah, this is, it's starting to get a feeling of a little bit more of a town, I think. So that's what I'm going for. It's a good thing. Anyway, so make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. If you're subscribed, if you're not subscribed, hit that button if you want to see more stuff like this. See the town progressing. Leave a comment in terms of what you think about that, the sizing of the balloon. I decided not to do any more work on it until I want to make sure I like the scale of it and everything like that before I put any more effort into it. So yeah, leave a comment what you think about those, what you think about these little houses. I think they're decent. I think they do the job. That's all I could really ask for. So yeah, on that note, that looks pretty good right there. That might be a what you call it, thumbnail pick. Anyway, I will see y'all next time. Hopefully, no guarantees because that never seems to work out, but hopefully sooner rather than later. Peace.